it great to have live music again? And beautiful performance. Appreciate that. I particularly like the line, keep your hands wide open so the sun can shine through. I mean, that's really what being open to life is all about. It just lets our light shine through. So just thank you for that. It was lovely. Okay. Well, my talk this morning will include the burning bowl ceremony, or in keeping with the title, Let Go and Flow, it will flow into the burning bowl ceremony. And so long ago, in fact, it was in 571 BC, Lao Tzu, the author of the Tao Te Ching, wrote these words: "Those who flow as life flows know they need no other force." Infinite wisdom, immeasurable peace, unconditional love, and everlasting joy flow as the force of life in this universe. It is this pure, positive, fundamental energy that is the source of all life, including our life. No exceptions. When we flow as life flows, we flow as we're created to live. And we experience all the health, peace of mind, harmonious relationships, happy encounters, fulfilling activities, creativity, and abundant good that we could ever want to flow our way. Nothing can prevent us from experiencing a life that we enjoy living every day, unless we get in the way of the good that's flowing our way. And how do we do that? So often we try to swim upstream against the currents of life. And we make our life hard. We try to force life to give us what we want and give us what we need, rather than simply allowing it to. We struggle to get what we want and what we need from the world, and we often do what we don't enjoy doing because we believe that's the way it comes to us. And in the process, we feel tired and uninspired, limited and unfulfilled, unsupported and unworthy. And all the while, all we could ever want and more already flows within us. It's there for the asking. It comes with our allowing. And all that's required of us is to let go and flow as life flows. Which is to say, with no barriers of thought to block forward movement, evolution, extension of being. Now, as some of you know, I learned to scuba dive before I knew how to swim. And it was a simple choice. My husband at that time wanted to take scuba diving lessons at the city college. I wanted to be with him, swimmer or not. The only reason why the diving instructor allowed me to join the class, being the only one who couldn't swim, was that I told him that if I got into any trouble at all, that I could calmly float on my back for as long as I needed to. No problem. And as you know, in order to float in the water, we have to let go. We have to relax. We have to actually surrender to the water and trust that it'll keep us afloat. I mean, keeping our body stiff or contracted or flailing our arms around in desperation won't do it. In fact, it will cause us to sink. If we want to float with ease in the water, we have to let go and allow ourselves to float. And in the same way, in order for us to flow as life flows, we have to let go of thoughts that cause our body to feel stiff and contracted by fear, thoughts that make us metaphorically and actually flap our arms around in panic and desperation as we look at the dramas in the world. Thoughts that keep us from trusting that life is for us. Mooji wrote, "If you do not trust life to unfold, the mind takes over and it becomes a game of strategy, motivated by anxiety. The wise one does not try to control life and is not controlled by life. His heart is full and serene, knowing that life takes care of life." We don't need to know how it is that we exist in order to trust life and go as it flows and flow with it. We don't need to know why it is that we are so cared for by a God of love before we trust that we are. All we need to do is decide to let go and flow with that powerful, loving, caring source of our life and let our life unfold in all of its beautiful ways. When we intentionally think thoughts that feel good about ourselves, about life, the vibrations we emit in those moments allow us to naturally flow as life flows. We evolve, we extend, and we expand as the joyous, loving being that we are, the one that is created to continuously and endlessly be more of ourselves. Joseph Campbell wrote, "We must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us." And that's good news, because often the life we planned wasn't intentional anyway. We planned it unintentionally, by default, with habits of thought that We didn't notice we were thinking or didn't care that we were thinking them if we noticed. And we did it with our knee-jerk reactions to whatever was happening in the world and our personal life and in the world around us. And maybe this year, maybe this was the year that we wanted to think good feeling thoughts. But our attention to that intention fell by the wayside as we focused on all of the intense negativity in our country and in the world. If we've been ignoring our freedom to choose how we want to feel and how we want to experience life in each moment, because our habit of reacting to life has felt more natural to us than our ability to create a life that we enjoy living every day. The good news is that life, the life we want, is still waiting for us. It's just waiting for us to let go of all the reasons we've been holding on to that tell us we can't. And that's what the burning bowl ceremony is all about. It's about letting go of a particular thought or thoughts or a way of thinking that has been holding us back and causing our vibration to sink. And then it's about getting clear, once we do that, about what we're going to intentionally allow as our life now. Einstein famously wrote, "We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them." The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So I'm sure that it won't come as a surprise to any of us that if we want the new year ahead to be new at all, it's not possible for us to take old thinking with us. To think the same way in every way that we did this past year or in years past, and experience different results in the coming year. Today's the day, if we let it be, when we get to symbolically and hopefully actually let go of a habit of thought that has been keeping us from naturally flowing with the good that is naturally flowing our way. It's our mind, and we're the master of it. No one thinks in our head. No one holds on to a thought for us. We hold on to our own. And so, if we're ready, and if we're willing, we can begin to let go and flow. So, I'd like to begin the ceremony. I'll ask Reverend Kim to light the candles. I'll ask Martha if she would pass out the envelopes and pens if you need them. Just let her know. She's got a whole basket full. And as it was mentioned earlier in the announcements, if you're at home, hopefully you've gotten what you need together, or we'll give it a few minutes. Hopefully you didn't do it while I was talking. Oops, that lady's behind me. I was going to say, she didn't give one to me. Martha, you're beautiful. Walk in front of the camera. Thank you. All right. The burning bowl ceremony is a symbolic way for us to release thoughts and concepts and ideas and attitudes towards ourself and life that have been preventing us from experiencing the joy, the peace, the love, the contentment, and the abundant good that we desire. As we release a thought or thoughts that don't serve us in our forward movement, and as we choose a thought or thoughts that cause us to feel good and happy about our life, we allow the life that is awaiting us entry into our experience. If we've participated in this type of ceremony before, or one here at LEC, we may find this morning that we still want to release the same thought we released last year. That's why it's important for us to remember that this ceremony is symbolic and not magic. No outer ritual can change our life without our inner participation in that change. Positivity, feeling good about ourselves in life, is an ongoing moment-to-moment decision. Even when we become aware of what's good for us and what we want. It's our conscious intention to focus on thoughts that feel good wherever we are and no matter what is going on, that allows good to manifest wherever we are. This ceremony is a good place for us to begin to clear our mind of past clutter, barriers that have been stopping us from flowing as life flows. Today we can decide to allow a happier, more peaceful, more loving, more trust-filled thoughts to be our focus, so that we will truly allow the new year to be new. So please take out one of the slips of paper in your envelope. And at the top, write either I am releasing or I release, whichever is more powerful for you in this process. Now, even if you were sure earlier, even a few minutes ago, of what you wanted to release today, maybe you've been looking forward to releasing whatever it is today. But even so, I invite us all to close our eyes and relax and surrender your mind. Just allow yourself to float in infinite possibilities for your life. Open and willing. And then ask within, what is it I need to release right now? What is the repetitive thought that's truly getting in my way and holding me back? If there were a word or a few words that would capture the essence of what I need to release now, what is it? Flow with this moment. Just relax and simply invite the answer to come and listen for it. When you're ready, open your eyes. And write whatever word or words came to you. If you're here in the sanctuary, get ready to come up to the table one row at a time, and we'll begin with the back row, but not yet. When you get to the table, before you light the slip of paper, take a moment to say to yourself, I am releasing, or I release this thought for good. It is no longer active in my mind and in my life. Okay? And then light the paper with the candle. Put the paper in the bowl, watch it burn for a moment, and then go back to your seat. And if you're at home, say the same thing. Let yourself be fully present as you release what is no longer serving you. And as we go through this process, Colton is going to gift us, I'll call it background music, but beautiful music to accompany this process. Yep. You're beautiful too. Walk in front of the camera. And when Colton begins to play, I invite the last row to come forward first. We have 2 candles if you're left-handed or right-handed. Didn't that feel good? I noticed, especially mine, it just didn't want to burn. I had to light it 3 times to get it completely gone. All right. Well, now that we have symbolically released and hopefully feel that release within us of what no longer is there now, that hasn't served us, we're ready. We're ready. We've cleared the air and we made it smoky. And we're ready to embrace the newness. And so I'm going to invite us all, just close your eyes. And again, surrender your mind to this moment. You've already let go of what's been holding you back. So now just relax and take a few deep breaths. And just feel your mind floating in this new clarity, in this new welcoming vibration. Feel the openness and expansiveness of your awareness and your willingness. And now ask within, what is the new thought or idea or awareness that I am ready right now to receive? What feels good as it enters my mind? What is good to think? What is the new concept that will cause me to flow as life flows? That will move me forward into the greater and more expansive life that I want to live and enjoy every day. What is the word or words that capture the essence of my desire right now? Invite the answer to come. Know that what you are seeking is flowing to you right now. Listen for it. Surrender to it. And when the answer comes, say yes. Feel the reality of it as yours, as coming from deep within you, as belonging to you. Claim it. Own it. Breathe it. Call it into expression as you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and take the second slip of paper and write at the top, I am allowing, or I allow. And then write down the word or words that came to you.